world's richest man, Elon Musk, is known for pushing boundaries. Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink. But this time, his experiment wasn't about technology, it was about human nature. What happens when one of the most powerful men on the planet strips away his wealth and walks among the people unnoticed? The answer might just change the way you see the world forever. Sitting in his high-rise office, overlooking the bustling city, Musk pondered an idea that refused to let go. How do people treat someone they believe to be beneath them? What if he, the billionaire genius, was just another man struggling to get by? He had to know. Weeks later, on a humid Thursday afternoon in Miami, he was dressed in second-hand clothes, tattered sneakers barely holding together, and a scruffy wig. Musk gazed at his reflection in a mall restroom mirror. The transformation was eerie. Gone was the polished, confident CEO. In his place stood a man society often ignored. His heart pounded. He was about to step into a world where his name carried no power. Musk chose the Ocean View Mall, an upscale shopping center known for its elite clientele and luxury stores. It was a place where people flaunted wealth and where those who had none were invisible. As he entered, the contrast was immediate. Shoppers clutched their designer bags, their gazes darting away when he walked past. Some whispered, others pretended he didn't exist. Then came the ultimate test: the high-end restaurant Azure Sky, where reservations were nearly impossible to get unless you had status or a black card. Musk stepped inside, the scent of fresh seafood and expensive wine filling the air. A hostess in a sleek black dress spotted him instantly, her eyes scanning his worn-out clothes with thinly veiled disgust. "Can I help you?" she asked, her smile strained. "Yes, I'd like a table for one," Musk responded, his voice calm but firm. She barely concealed a scoff. "We're fully booked tonight." Musk's eyes flicked to a row of empty tables. He said nothing, letting the silence do the talking. Behind the bar, the manager watched, smirking. A couple at a nearby table murmured, "Why is he even in here?" One whispered, barely disguising their disdain. Just as the hostess was about to dismiss him, a young waitress named Sophia stepped forward. Unlike the others, she didn't see a burden, she saw a person. "I can seat him," she said, her voice cutting through the tension. The room fell silent. The manager's expression darkened, but he said nothing. Sophia led Musk to a table tucked away by the kitchen doors, but a seat nonetheless. "Take your time," she said, placing a menu in front of him, ignoring the murmurs around her. As Musk sat, he absorbed the whispers, the side eyes, the outright contempt. What if he asks for money? A woman hissed to her partner, "This is bad for business," a waiter muttered under his breath. Musk made no move to correct them. He only observed. When Sophia returned, he ordered something simple: soup and bread. "That's all?" she asked, surprised. "That's all," she nodded, unfazed by his modest request. As Musk finished his meal, the tension in the restaurant had reached a boiling point. The manager approached, his patience gone. "Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to leave now." Musk stood. But instead of walking out, he reached up and removed his wig. The room froze. Gasps erupted. The couple who sneered at him minutes ago sat in stunned silence. The hostess, who turned him away, turned ghostly pale. The man they had dismissed, ridiculed, and judged was none other than Elon Musk. The billionaire scanned the room, his voice even but laced with disappointment. "Tonight, I wanted to see how people treat someone they believe is beneath them." Eyes darted downward in shame. "I saw judgment, I heard whispers, I felt rejection. But only one person in this entire restaurant treated me with kindness." He turned to Sophia. "You didn't know who I was, yet you showed me respect. That's the kind of person who makes a real difference in this world." Tears welled in Sophia's eyes as Musk pulled an envelope from his pocket and handed it to her. With trembling fingers, she opened it. Inside was a handwritten note and a check. She read the note aloud, voice shaking. "Sophia, thank you for your kindness. Use this to follow your dreams: culinary school, your own restaurant, whatever you choose. The world needs more people like you. The check was for $50,000. A collective gasp swept through the room. Murmurs of shock, awe, and regret filled the space. The manager fumbled over an apology. Patrons who had scorned Musk moments before now shifted uncomfortably, their faces red with embarrassment. One diner turned to his teenage son, whispering, "We judged him without knowing anything about him." Sophia, still processing what had happened, clutched the check as tears streamed down her face. "I was just doing what felt right," she whispered. Musk turned to the staff and management. "This restaurant needs to rethink how it treats people. Everyone deserves respect." Then, with one last glance at Sophia, he walked out. The room remained silent long after he was gone. Within days, the story exploded online. Elon Musk's shocking social experiment at Miami Mall restaurant trended worldwide. People debated kindness, privilege, and judgment. Sophia's life changed overnight. Interviews flooded in, and the money allowed her to enroll in culinary school. But more importantly, she became a voice for compassion in the service industry. As for Musk, he later reflected, "The smallest actions reveal the biggest truths." Kindness isn't about grand gestures, it's about the choices we make every day. Next time you see someone who seems to have nothing, remember, appearances deceive, but kindness never fails.